happiness. So before getting into that, let me explain the difference between temptation and sin, because a lot of people are confused in this area. If a thought is flashed into your mind, that is temptation. When you yield to it in your mind, it is sin. Turn to James chapter 1. In James chapter 1, we're told the distinction, the difference between temptation and sin. In verse 14, James 1:14, everyone is tempted when he's carried away and enticed by his own lust. And the word lust only means strong desire. By itself, it does not refer to anything sinful. We are told in Galatians 5 that the Holy Spirit lusts against the flesh, proving that the word lust is not evil. The Holy Spirit has a strong desire against our evil nature within us. So this strong desire, which by itself is not sin, entices us. And the next verse says, verse 15, when this strong desire or lust has conceived, it gives birth to sin. There must be a union for conception. This strong desire, if my mind agrees with it, there is sin. But if it's only a desire, it's not sin. We need to understand that a thought flashed into our mind is not sin. When Jesus was in the wilderness, tempted by Satan, Satan flashed thoughts into his mind. Turn the stones into bread. He said no. Go to the top of the mount, top of the temple in Jerusalem and jump down and prove that you're the Messiah. It was not actually on top of the mount, or top of the temple that the devil said that. They were in the wilderness. It was a thought in his mind. Why don't you go to the top of the temple and jump down? Or in his mind, the devil showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory and said, I'll give this to you if you worship me. Thoughts came into Jesus' mind, evil thoughts which he rejected, temptation which he rejected. So we don't have to be condemned. If a thought is flashed into your mind, it could be the most evil thought imaginable. We cannot avoid it as long as we live on this earth. If you reject it in your mind, there is no conception. But if your mind accepts it, yes, I'd like that. In a moment you have sinned, conception has taken place. It's like a pure virgin girl walking down a road. We are called the virgin bride of Christ. That's why I use that picture. And here on the other side are three handsome young men, the world, the flesh, and the devil, trying to attract us. Remember, the devil comes as an angel of light. That's why I say he looks attractive to many believers too. And invites this girl, come, and the girl is attracted to all these three handsome, rich men. But she says no. There's no conception. Was she attracted? Yes. Did she conceive? No. Are you attracted by temptation? Yes. That doesn't mean we are evil. If you don't yield to it in your mind, you do not sin. We don't have to pretend that money is not attractive. You don't have to look at a pretty girl and say she's ugly. That would be telling a lie. That's not the way to overcome temptation. We can be honest, truthful, and say, yes, I'm attracted, but I refuse it. That is overcoming sin.